My husband is carrying my backpack, but he forgot. And I will not remind him. Isn't it nice, huh? Good morning.
Morning.
We had the most amazing of ideas, and because we already have a scooter, we decided to go and see our first beach that you can access, really, in Vietnam, and the sunset. Sunrise.
Let's get to it.
Request, baby. Let's go. Crazy, it's 5 a.m. This place is full of people, and everyone looks so fresh and up already. I'm so not fresh enough. The wind is quite strong and the waves are big, but there are, I don't know, 50 people in the water ahead of me. There's a sign clearly saying no swimming, but I don't think that people notice it. Look at this. Da Nang over there. These people are active. It's 5 a.m. Wow, the water is so warm. It's like a slight hint of freshness and cold, but actually I think the water is room temperature. Can you see how the water is slightly brownish in the first part, slightly greenish in the second part, and then deep blue gray farther out? I'm wondering, is this related to the flooding that we have currently? Or does it look like this on an everyday basis? We checked out the beach, it was amazing, and now time for breakfast. And this is my ride.
It's our last day in Hoi An, and today we're spending it exploring some of the historical buildings in the town.
We bought a ticket, it's $120 per person, and with this ticket you can enter several of the ancient houses and community homes and museums in the district, in the old town of Hoi An. So this is what we're gonna do today.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. The little plaquette says the party, the government, and the people of Hoi An in gratitude and to commemorate our close friend Kazik. And this is a statue of a Polish engineer who apparently contributed a lot to local town. I do not know a lot about Kazimierz Kwiatkowski, but we read on Wikipedia that there is a memorial place commemorating Polish-Vietnamese collaboration here in Hanoi, and I really wanted to check it out. And I'm really happy that it's actually on one of the main streets of the old town. So, Kazik, thank you for that. This is Kazik Park if you're looking for it, and we'll continue our trek. Another thing to know about Hoi An is that nowadays it's known for its tailoring services. So you can basically come here and have a full suit done in a day or two. The best fabrics, the design that you want, no matter the brand or the example, you just show them a picture and they do it for you.
Super affordable.
Yeah. So another thing that we spotted a few days ago is that people are wearing matching outfits. Girl a dress and a boy, funny, funky looking, I admit. Shirt and shorts. So I was just trying to convince Uli to get a matching set, but he refused.
I'll think about it.
So maybe next time you will see us in matching outfits.
The house that we're standing in at the moment was built in the 17th century, and the family that lives here has lived here for over 300 years. You'll notice that in the architecture, it has traditional upper beams, pillars, and it's a very well-preserved home here in Hoi An. So if you come to this home, you'll also wonder what these days mean. These indicate levels of flooding in the years when they happened. It's pretty crazy, huh? This is the ground floor. And this is where the water reached in 1964. 2007, 2009, and 2009. The assembly hall that we're standing in at the moment was originally a guild hall. Later, a temple was constructed to worship Dian Huan, the goddess that would protect seafarers lost out at sea. The gate that we see here is recent. It was actually built in 1975. And there were 6 families that contributed both to the assembly hall and also to what was added later on. We'll see more of it inside. Let's go and check it out.
Check out this monster. It's like human shape, but it has tentacles. This is literally a small size model of a boat with an altar inside and offerings to pray for safe travels on the sea. Look at the detail. And yet another altar, this time probably for the ancestors, as you can see them lined up there. Look, there's fish living with the dragon. Big koi fish. They're not that small after all. We are in yet another community hall. The entrance to this one is free of charge. It's definitely smaller, but still very, very cute.
So we just got coconut egg coffee, traditional Vietnamese drink, and a banana chocolate smoothie. Both sound really yummy. So let's drink up.
This group stopped like for 10 minutes to talk about Kazik's achievement. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Right behind me is a typical Vietnamese home in Hoi An. You'll see that through the archways there, the pillars as well, and has so much rich history. This historic home was built 220 years ago, and interestingly enough, during the 20th century, it became a meeting place for intellectuals and the youth to discuss topics like anti-French movements and patriotism in the country. At one point, it also was a bookstore to promote progressive ideas, so you had a lot of students coming here to buy books that would encourage some of the ideas that they believe in.
Thank you. There we go, and we have original bamboo straw.
So right now we're trying Mot, a traditional herbal tea in Hoi An. Let's give it a taste.
When you come here, you just say, one, please.
Ooh, it's delicious. It's a
Wasn't
perfect
it?
blend of herbs, bamboo stick, sugar, and ice. It's a really hot day too, so it's really refreshing. I might have to tell Kashu to get her own.
Oh.
Yum. And there's lime in there too. Very good.
We now enter the Museum of Traditional Medicine. I'm super curious about this one.
This is a really cool house to be in because this wasn't just a home for a family 200, 300 years ago. This was actually used as a local hospital where you would have a few doctors, they would come in. They would actually live here. They would have their waiting area. They would have their patient rooms. And they would practice things like traditional medicine, acupuncture. And actually in this room and the one below, they have the tools that they used at the time to grind down different herbs. They have an exposition on how they started with acupuncture, so it's a really cool space to see. So in this space, you learn more about the traditional medicine practices that took place here and have actually taken place for thousands of years. The medicine that was practiced here at the time was influenced by many different regions. You have Western medicine, you have local medicine, and they actually at the time had herbal medicine that would treat the symptoms associated to colds and flus that many Western medicines couldn't treat at the time. They were influenced by the Champa, they were influenced by countries like Poland and France. And really they took a lot of what they learned here and used the local herbs to promote traditional medicine.
These are tiny buds. They're like so small. And they fly like crazy. Aren't they cute? What are you doing, little bats, in the doctor's office, huh? Ulysses in his Ulysses shield against the bats. Oh, look, it's sit there. Oh, sorry, I scared you. Sit back. Oh my god, can you see? It's so small, like not bigger than my fist. Now let's visit downstairs of the doctor's office. Oh, this was a grinding tool. Moved with your legs. And look how many different herbs were used. to cure people. This was one of the patients' room in this hospital based in doctor's family house. You can see a bed, some wall decorations, and everyday objects, obviously. And here on the picture, I really hope that you will be able to see it, is a scene of doctor seeing and helping a patient. The last stop of our visit today is the Folklore Museum. This building is composed of several rooms which display different crafts and arts of several civilizations and peoples living close to Hoi An, dating from prehistoric times until now, to display the richness of the traditions and cultural and heritage that we have in here. We're in the first room of the Folklore Museum, presenting production of silk. Here we have pottery on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side we have tissues, traditional tissues of the Cham people. We are currently in the calligraphy room, and this is currently the old and the new Vietnamese. So this is the old Vietnamese inspired by Chinese and very different sign than today's Vietnamese. And both pictures here mean the same word, which is actually prosperity. We are entering now another courtyard in this cute house that currently holds the Folklore Museum, and it is the traditional Hoi An architecture, and I absolutely love this style. So there's some bricks, but especially doors and balconies are made of wood. These are long houses, and they have one or many courtyards like this one that usually holds some greenery and were a place of rest during the day because they provided shade from the sun. And then we just enter to yet another room, and this long house allowed entrance from both sides of the square. So here we are already at the port, but if we turn around we can access another street. I love that.
So as you know, Hoi An is very much a coastal town, so fishing was and still is a huge part of the town. And so what you have here is a device that you would bring out into the river and drag along so you can catch shrimp. So what you have is a pole that then you would drag along in the water. So as they go to the water along with sticks, they would sort of take out the shrimp and you would catch them and store them in here for a feast later or to be sold in town. So what you have here is a danung dala. It is a champa style device for weaving. And so you have cloth of different sizes. I think you have one of 2 to 10 centimeters, but you can have really long ones that are from 80 to 100 meters produced on this device. It's one of the champa style ones that contrasts to this more traditional crow style weaving loom. See the differences, and this could support meters of cloth per day.
What I really like about this loom is their bold creative use of coral. As you remember, Cham were sea people, so they very creatively used the material that they found at the sea, the coral, to as like weights for the loom to make sure that the material that they're producing, no matter how thin, is always tight and neat all the way. Now we're heading upstairs to discover traditional occupation and trades of the local people. So we have trade in here, we have some baskets made of bamboo, we have fishing, and obviously on the other side, farming. Do you remember the irrigation system on Bali? Well, the Balinese had it easier with the 2 volcanoes and the mountains that they have and the slopey areas. In here, the area is mostly flat because we are very close to the sea. So local people had to invent a creative way to transport water before modern irrigation system came along. So behind me, we will see two very, very smart ways to transport water. The first one is a tripod that has a very big water bucket that you can use to transport water from one side of the tripod to the other, operated only by one person with this giant bamboo stick in here. And behind me, we have a much smaller bucket, but this one can be operated in groups. So several buckets linked together and pulled by strings by several people can transport water from one place to a place located even much farther away. What a creative, a beautiful way to harness nature.
This museum is also a historic building. Check out these pillars and these beams here. They really display how homes were built many, many years ago. So we just got Chuối nếp nướng, which is banana and grilled rice. And here you also have coconut, you have peanuts. Looks pretty yummy actually. Let's try it. Coconut and banana. It's really sweet. Very good. It's very warm too. So delicious.
This is the dessert chat that I read about in the magazine.
Coconut,
I love coconut. I really wanted to try it. Where?
more for you.
Thank you.
One or two spoon.
One spoon.
One spoon.
One spoon is good. But we couldn't find any and it was raining.
Green beans, white bean, red bean, corn.
Corn.
This
Awesome.
same.
This is
Same but different.
Yeah.
This one is smooth. Green bean was
Oh,
smooth.
yeah, smooth, yeah.
Coconut.
And this is coconut.
Nice.
Okay. And have eye under.
And there's yeah.
Eye. Which eye?
Yeah.
Okay, you choose.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like a mix of the best thing that you can have in a dessert all in one. Very, very yummy, very sweet. I like it.